So we're here in Laverne County Park up in Oregon. We drove all the way up from Sacramento yesterday. Let's talk about yesterday.
Let's talk about how it was 102 when we left, and it's only 74 here after 8-hour drive.
That part's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Yeah, bloody hot in Sacramento. Bloody hot all the way up until we finally started heading towards the coast, and then it cooled down very nicely. 8 hours on the road.
It's hard for you, yeah.
It's a long time in the car.
What makes it hard is coming in after a long drive and on our first time hooking up and all these new things we were trying. So it was a bit of a challenge doing our first big real hookup after a long.
The new camper definitely provides some extra stress, especially on big travel days. I mean,
what way to fill up with gas more often?
Yeah.
I mean, normally we don't have, so obviously our gas mileage is, our truck's having to work really hard.
I think $100 got us 200 miles. That was a little on the disheartening side. But pulling it, not that bad, just kept it slow. Got nowhere to go and all day to get there. I try and remember that. As the day wears on, that gets harder to keep repeating to yourself.
Life happens. So at one point, the dog knocked over Jack's huge root beer float. So we had a wave of ice cream root beer float that hit the back seat. So
with about a half hour to go. So that's after 7.5 hours that happened.
So we pulled over to deal with that, and then I made the huge mistake of because I had to go back into the trailer to get some wipes and paper towels, and then all of a sudden we were ready to leave again, and so huge mistake. I left the stairs down. So we went like, I don't know,
maybe 20 yards.
But I could hear it. I looked back. I'm like, oh my God, it's our first day. And I thought the whole stairs got ripped out and the door. I thought the whole trip was gone. First day mistake.
I thought for sure they would have been twisted at the very least.
So I mean, they're all scuffed up. So that was
on the very bottom, on the foot pads. Otherwise,
but it was a huge learning curve. Just to go slow. We've heard that advice. There's no reason to rush, even though it feels like we are, because you're driving along and you want to get to your site, and I have to remember that.
Getting out of the house, fine. Bathroom breaks, fine. Stop for breakfast, stop for lunch.
I'm telling you, this trailer, after we get the hang of it, is a game changer.
It's going to be totally easy.
Because you can get in and out of it at stops. And the truck's not as packed down. Like, everything's way more accessible.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be super easy once we get the hang of it.
Yeah, you want a drink, you can get it. If you want to get your bag, you can get it.
Yeah. If you need new clothes because you have root beer all over yourself.
You can get it.
You can get it.
Do fish eat other fish?
Oh, yeah.
Salmon don't eat each other, right?
They'll eat younger salmon. I mean, got to be small enough to swallow, right? I'm sorry, what?
Easier to microwave a pizza to catch a fish.
Easier to microwave a pizza than to catch a fish,
yeah. Huh? There's not even any fish over there.
Uh-huh. So you weren't joking, you came back and you made a pizza.
He made me do this for the video, guys, help me.
That looks good.
I ruined it.
A couple other things that I liked. I'm watching Jack zip by on his scooter. We chose not to bring the bikes. We just threw their electric scooter. And I think that's a huge bonus because you don't have those bikes in and out. Anyway, I liked how we packed up. So we're gone for a month though, so if you don't have it, you either have to buy it or make do without, like your tripod.
Yep, I believe I left my tripod at home. So we're shooting this with the GoPro instead of our nice camera.
Oh, and we're sitting in these new chairs that are totally kick-ass. I love them.
Peachy, honey, peachy.
Oh, they're totally kick butt. I like how, because they flatten out all the way and they're like little backpack chairs, but they're super padded. And this is seriously my favorite investment that we've made in a while.
Turns the picnic bench into a full-on chair with armrests.
Right. And I want the kids to still eat out here because our kids are slobs. And I'm not ready for them to eat in the trailer yet.
There you go. We're here all day. We take off tomorrow. Elliot has said that he wants to try fishing, so I got to get him going on his knots. Jack has asked to play football, so we went out to the field here. The campground's really nice. We'll have the campground tour on another video, but it's a county park with the campground attached. So you got a big old play area, you got a climbing structure, rope course, not rope course, but a rope structure to climb.
Sure.
You got your swings, you got your little fort with the slide. It's
hot showers. Jack said, I'm going to go take a shower in the real shower. It's easier because we make him turn off the water to soap up in our trailer. So it's easy to have that option.
And then, yeah.
Wood delivered to us.
Yeah, so, geez, we're driving in and here's a sign for $10 for wood. And then we drive another couple of miles and now it's $15 for wood. And then we drive another and it's 20.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh God, we must not have wood in this place. And then I get here and I ask the host, he's like, oh yeah, we sell it for $1 a piece. I'm like, all right, give me $10 worth. And
what?
Delivered a nice little haul of wood for us. And then we passed on the fire last night just because it was a long day and it was just one more thing to do.
It'd be interesting to see if we invested in the solo stove, because I'm distracted by my Jack zooming in on his scooter with no helmet. It's good parenting 101.
That looked bumpy.
That's scary. There's a helmet there in case you want to be safer. So tonight I look forward to the solo stove because that's my big part of why I am pretty wimpy when it comes to smoke blowing in my face constantly. So we'll see if it was worth it buying it and packing it and taking it. We'll see.
Jack, come on over here, buddy.
So I can see he has like 10 pieces of gum in his mouth.
So, any thoughts on yesterday, today, trip so far?
You said you liked the park.
I like the park. Pretty cool climbing on it.
Climbing structure. It has things to do.
Yeah.
Kids seem pretty friendly.
No.
Oh.
They're on their phone yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Kids and their phones.
And then yesterday the kids were all cussy, you said?
No, that was today.
That was today? This morning?
Yeah.
That was last night. But
Kids kind of turn feral when they're camping.
it's very much a local campground. Like, I feel like we're the only ones.
around the nail.
Yeah. I feel like we're the only ones who are from more than, maybe 2 hours away.
Oh, how did you know? Did you ask?
Just, everything's Oregon license plates, everything. It looks like people just got away, just for a quick trip.
Sure. I wish we had this option close to us.
Oh yeah, no, it's
we're so
beautiful.
hot, we can't go local during the summer.
But I get to a campground, I just want to sit here and listen to the river and listen to the birds, and last night the frogs.
Oh, that was so funny. Elliot said, he goes, "Are those real frogs?" I'm like, well, buddy, do you think someone's piping in the sound of frogs? They're so loud.
This is the Oregon Disneyland.
And we came out here and Scott shined his light on the water and they all stopped for like 10 seconds on cue, and then they all started up again. It was kind of funny. Porter, we have a good picture of Porter, Jack, you didn't know this, staring intently.
He's on his leash. He wanted to go frog hunting.
Well, they sound like squeaky toys. Worked for 2 nights. Practice run.
Yeah. Great first
We're
stop.
only here for 2 nights?
Yeah.
2 nights, then we're off to Nehalem Bay.
To look at your little cheat sheet in the car. So I'd say it was fun for us to test out our microwave. We've upped our eating game or the ease of eating.
Talk about hooking up our water filter.
Oh, well, that was a disaster. Okay, so what did I learn? I learned I have to put the door steps up when we're traveling, and I learned that when Scott starts the water and hooks up the water, I need to be inside making sure all of the
Faucets
are off. So my of course it was mine, bag of products, toiletry bag was in the sink,
And
being
the
sprayed.
Sink was on when we hooked up the water.
was on, and we used a filter for the first time, and so it has carbon. So anyway, black water's pouring out.
All the carbon dust from the carbon
So
filter.
it just looks like crazy water pouring out on my toilet. So I'm like, stop! And I pulled it out, and it's just a learning curve.
Yeah.
So we learned. I'm like, let's go back and look at those instructions again.
And we cleaned it out, and it was flowing pure, and we hooked it back up. And you were right. When I brushed my teeth last night, like it was
Hosey.
a very rubber hose taste.
So I'm
water.
used to filling up all of our Nalgene's and stuff just straight from the faucet. I've never used a filter or a hose, obviously.
So I'm hoping that's just that new hose smell.
Maybe, but I mean, whatever.
Anything else to say, Jack?
No.
How'd you sleep?
Good.
He said, not too hot, not too cold.
I slept really well. I love that bed more than our bed at home.
I hated that bed last night because we were off the piece of wood and I literally was sliding out of bed. So my whole corner of the bed dipped, and
The bed was a little off center.
I had to grip like I was mountain climbing all night.
It was my strategy to make her extra snuggly.
Yeah, and then I did get extra snuggly, and then he said, roll over, you're snoring in my face. And I had literally, there's no way, I barely closed my eyes. 2 minutes. There's no way I was
So
snoring.
I'm normally the big spoon. She's the small spoon.
How long did it take me to start snoring when I rolled over? It felt like 2
2
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. I felt like I was still awake. There's no way. So apparently I am the snorer, even though he is the snorer.
you are.
And so
No,
each
you
kid.
are.
What?
You
How
are.
can you tell?
You're definitely a snorer.
But if we're side by side, how do you know who it's coming from?
Orange County is very...
Whatever. How do you know who it's coming from if it's just our bed?
Because
Well, and he's talking about when we were
at Orange
sharing
County.
the room and down at my parents.
I know, but you could.
He was right at the foot of our bed.
I know, but it could be you that he's hearing.
Oh, it's really
I
easy
went
to
up to
tell.
your side, then I went up to Dad's side. It was
And he held up a
definitely
microphone
you.
over here, and he held up a microphone over here. But
Anyway, so each kid has their own sound machine because we're all wimpy. So that worked. Oh, Elliot saw us filming and turned around and left.
there he goes.
I'm ready to play some football.
Like, we already played, man.
I still want to
get
play
ready. He
again.
wants to
All
practice.
right. We
Yeah.
will.
We're
So
gonna spike
Jack asked me to go off the rope swing
They
with
say
him.
slurs, you can't film.
Elliot asked Jack to ride a scooter back to camp,
And then I asked Dad to stop filming us.
and I said I would only. Then Jack said, I'll let Elliot ride my scooter if Jack goes off the rope swing with me.
Not true.
Then I said I'll only go off the rope swing if Elliot goes off the rope swing.
Dad's not gonna go off the rope.
There we have it. Elliot's already been paid. He got to ride the scooter back to camp.
Dad, then it's me.
The,
And then
the
we're
water is
all-
ice cold.
Ice cold, I don't know. So
It's not that cold.
I'm a cold water wimp. Don't get me wrong. I've swam in my Arctic lakes. Those days are behind me. I've grown. I've settled down. I prefer warm water now. Elliot's a bigger water wimp than I am. He really doesn't like cold water.
Unbelievable.
And Jack he's just ready to go.
Ready, Elliot?
No, I'm not going. It's so cold.
It's not that cold. Yeah, I see it.
Oh
Really?
You first, buddy. Go with your shirt off.
Oh, you tried! Come on, Elliot, let's go!
It's cold.
Don't go by me.
You far enough yet?
No. Over there. Elliot, you're gonna try to push. Stop.
Why do we even have to do this?
Stop getting by me.
It's a scooter, buddy.
Okay, then I'll walk there. Walk
This is
back.
all your fault.
I'll walk a mile rather than do this. It's so cold.
Okay, look. The legs aren't cold now. Just that first 10 seconds.
20.
20 seconds.
30.
Ooh, go for it.
Well, yeah, if you go before we do break the rope. I was late.
And what we're looking for.
Go again! Elliot, you're up! That needs to be last if you'll run away.
Is that a penalty?
I
Alright,
lost it!
one.
Keep going.
I got it! Woo! Woo!
Hopefully he goes and breaks the rope.
Please break it.
Please break it. Y'all ready, baby? Not enough break.
Next time on Lessons of Leisure.
Well, GPS threw us a curveball and took us on a dirt road. Hopefully it's only for one more mile. How you feeling about this, honey?